Now that we've calculated our tidal volume, we need to figure out the second part of our ventilation equation, and that is our respiratory rate. Now, a person's respiratory rate is usually about 12 to 20 breaths per minute. At least people who are breathing normally are breathing roughly 12 to 20 times per minute. Now, it's important that we give the patient enough breaths to allow for ventilation and for oxygenation. But we do need to remember that the entire ventilation component is contingent upon the patient being able to exhale. And if the patient doesn't have enough time to exhale, then the entire process is not going to work. So our standard inspiratory-expiratory ratio, meaning the amount of time that we spend inhaling versus the amount of time we spend exhaling, in a healthy patient is roughly 1 to 2, meaning for every 1 second we spend inhaling, we spend roughly 2 seconds exhaling. Now, in patients who have underlying respiratory conditions, especially obstructive conditions, we might see CO2 retention because that patient doesn't have the elasticity required to exhale as quickly as we'd like them to. Now, that's something that you're going to see in patients, and it's something that we need to adjust for. We need to give patients time to exhale. So in those patients, if you see your patient not fully exhaling, and you're going to be able to see that not only in your patient's chest, but more importantly in the ventilator graphic, we want to see each breath returning to baseline. And we want to get that patient closer to a 1 to 3, possibly higher IE ratio. So you're going to see that on your machine.